Yes, hello and welcome to another vlog from Ben Our Rider. Today we're testing out the Kawasaki Vulcan S model year 2023. To be honest, nothing has changed. Actually, nothing has changed within the past, 5 years or so. It always stays the same. There's no changes at all except for the colors. The colors usually change every year, but usually if you're into black, they always keep the black. And so you can be sure that no matter if you decide next year or for, you want to take an earlier version, you will always get a version in black. This is a 48 horsepower version. My dealer always has 48 horsepower, so everybody can test it. Yeah, it is just a joy to ride. More in the verdict, I will tell you, but it really is a joy to ride. You can sit very nicely on it. You have a very relaxed seating position. Your legs in the front. You have to get used to it first, but it is a very relaxing position. Let's call it a cheap Harley Davidson. Really, you get the feeling, and when you sit on it with a big tank, it really feels nice. I don't know how else to describe it. Anyways, let's get to the controls and the display. So on the left hand side we have the clutch lever, which is adjustable in 5 positions, and you can operate it quite easily. It is not too hard, not too soft, no problem there. In the front for your index finger here we have the passing light switch, which is always very convenient, I would say. We have high beam, low beam switch here. We have a hazard light switch here. We have the turn signal switch here, and we have the horn button here. On the right hand side we have the brake lever here for the front disc brake. We have the throttle naturally. We have the emergency cutoff switch here and the starter switch right here. When it comes to the display, it's kind of a mixed display, old-fashioned and LC display, but still fairly old-fashioned in our days here. We have a RPM counter at the top. The needle is a blue plastic needle, which looks fairly cheap, to be honest. But other than that, everything serves its purpose, I would say. We have all the indicator lights up there, down there, below. The lights, the blinker lights, the turn signal lights, you can see them quite easily. We have the neutral light here, all the LC display information here. We can switch around. We have a clock here, we have a data field, we have a range, we have the odometer, we have the trip A, trip B, we have all these fuel consumption values, and that's about it. We have a gear indicator there and the oil pressure control light right there. So here we are with the Kawasaki Vulcan S 2023 model year, and we'll take it out for a little spin. Let's go. So let's turn on this little baby right here and get things going here. Okay. Okay, one thing I wanted to point out at the very beginning, because I forgot to say that in my German video, is that the shifting, the clutch engagement is very early, so you have a lot of distance to play with the clutch. Some people like it, some people don't. I like it. And so it starts very early, the clutch engagement. On Honda usually it's in the last 2 millimeters of the clutch. Here it is very early, just that's what I wanted to point out. Okay, the first thing that you notice when you get on the bike is, I think, it is very comfy. Of course you have to get used to the seating position, to the leg position. And but if you actually have made yourself comfortable on it, on the seat is very comfy, I think. It has this backrest, or this little lumbar support, where you can get pressed into when you accelerate. Very nice. You don't slip or slide off the seat here when you accelerate. I like that very much in a bike, especially in a cruiser. Yeah, as I said, as you can see, my feet are a little bit strangely positioned here, but I'm sure you will get used to that. And the other thing that you notice, even though this is only 48 horsepower, you can get it up to 61 horsepower in the full version. It has a lot of power from down below, a lot of torque. I like that very much. Oh yeah, I like it very much. The mirrors are kind of square, hip to be square. But nevertheless, you can see everything in the mirrors, but personally my choice would be round mirrors for this kind of bike, to be honest. Yeah, the acceleration is really nice. The other disadvantage, or actually the only disadvantage, except that it is kind of outdated and does not have any LED lighting whatsoever, but the biggest disadvantage for me, you have to know about this, is that you get quite a lot of heat from the engine on your lower thighs. And especially in the summer, if you get into a traffic jam or something, or in the city, or standing in the city, you might get a problem with that, because it's really hot. That's only about the only bike. There's one other bike, which was the Motorider, which had this problem with all the heat coming up to me. This is one of these bikes, but that's the only gripe I have with this bike, actually. Let's get on the freeway here. There we go. on the freeway, what do you get when it comes to the wind? On the handlebars here, on the hands, there's quite a lot of wind since it's a naked bike naturally. But in the middle, your body, it is not a very big problem apparently because of the bigger size headlight. That's not a big problem actually. I feel quite a lot of wind now here on my feet. Kind of hard for me to shift because we have so much heat, not heat, so much wind, sorry, coming onto my feet. But yeah, not really made for the freeway. Of course you can do it when you do your rides or when you are on longer rides, but perfectly made for the country road. And yeah, it's just a joy to ride on these roads. I enjoy it very much. As I said, I don't really have anything negative to say about this bike. I've been a secret admirer of this bike for a long time. I was very close in buying one a few years ago when I just got my A2 license. But then I decided against it because, you know, of the outdated technology and stuff. But I mean, it also has its charm, and I wonder when they will actually update it. But they haven't updated it in about, I don't know, 5 years or something like that. What is this car? Is that a Jaguar? Yeah, nothing really changes with the Vulcan S over the last few years, but also that might be a good thing. You can buy an older version, older model year 2019. It looks the same like this one, and you don't feel intimidated that actually you have an older bike, because basically it's the same. Nobody knows. Only the colors. We have quite a lot of wind here now, and I cannot really move my head at the moment because it's so windy. Yeah, I think it is the Harley Davidson for the thrifty Scot, or the person who cannot really afford a Harley Davidson. That would be my choice, as I said before as well, if I'm looking into a cruiser, and especially with the seating position. I like it very much. That's already everything I can tell you about the Vulcan S. Each and every year I do this test ride, nothing changes. I wonder when the time will come when they will actually change it and I can say, hey, they changed this and that. Let's see about this. But yeah, so far so good. It's an old classic, already a classic, I would say. And that's all I can tell you here about the Kawasaki Vulcan S. I don't have any complaints. I would buy it without hesitation. I like the design very much. If you're into this, then go and get it. That's all there is to it about the Kawasaki Vulcan S. Thanks very much for watching. This has been a ride out. Take care. Bye bye.